Hey, what's up, you guys? So, I wanted to do, I guess, what some might call a mental health check in video. Um, this is mostly for me to just process how I feel right now because this past week has been some of the most difficult, emotional, just stuff that I've been through, and it all kind of came to a head last night. And I just kind of want to sit down and like share with um, anybody that's watching. I don't know if anybody's even gonna watch this, but I also kind of want to talk about what I came to realize. I just yeah, the whole thing. So basically, um, I am doing online school right now, and I'm going for psychology, and I really, really like it, and I'm very, very passionate about psychology. And so I know in my heart of hearts that what I'm doing right now is like what I'm supposed to do, and it'll be worth it. But so basically where I'm at with my schooling is, if you guys don't know or you're from a different area or whatever, like when you're in your undergrad, you have what's called general ed, which are just classes that are required to just kind of make you a well-rounded student. And I'm taking like a couple of my last like general ed classes, and one of them is biology. And I had to write this like paper in APA format. Basically, we had to write a 900 to like 1200 page essay about a disease. I chose lupus, and I learned a lot about it. It's a very interesting thing to learn about. And I chose that because I didn't know anybody, or I knew people that had it, but I didn't know anything about it. So I took the opportunity to write a paper about it. But it was this paper that kind of caused me to stress out. I noticed, like, in my academic history, anytime like there's a paper where I have to like cite sources and make sure it's formatted correctly, I get very stressed out because I'm always like, I don't want to accidentally plagiarize and like get in trouble and get kicked out of school. Like, I always go down that road, and that's kind of how my mind works. And so as the impending deadline came for that, and then I'm also taking another class right now, that's not as bad, but it's still kind of like, it's a philosophy course, and I just had some smaller things to do for it, but just like I just felt slowly but surely like the deadline coming and creeping up and approaching. I don't even know if that's a word, but just coming, and I just was like staying up really late, and like half of the time I didn't even make up the stairs to go to my room. Like, I won't tell you how many times recently I just like passed out on the couch, like in my regular daily like clothes that I wore throughout the day. I didn't even change, like I didn't even brush my teeth. Like, I don't even know if I should share this. I normally shower. I'm normally a very hygienic person, but this is to show you how stressed out I am. And well, I'm better now, by the way. But this is how stressed out I was. I didn't even shower for 3 days, and I normally shower at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, depending if I like do a workout. Um, and I was at my computer like the whole time, and I was working my butt off, like seriously. And yesterday was oh well, I should say this first. I emailed a teacher, asked her like, can you give me an extension? And she said, well, I already gave you an extension on something, which she already did. But I will give you an extension on time, but you'll get a 10% drop. And so I was like, no, I don't want to do that because it's I'm not doing 100% in the class. I'm kind of struggling with the material. I didn't want to take a hit, but kind of that attitude had the adverse effect. And last night I had a panic attack. And before I go further in that, I always try to be mindful of what I say. Like, this was a very legit panic attack. I couldn't breathe, and my dad was sleeping, and I had to go and like ask him, and he was like holding my hand to calm me down, and I just was like bawling, and I couldn't breathe, and it was really, really bad, you guys. And my head was spinning, my stomach was hurting, like anxiety, panic attack, like legit, just because I had to write this like really honestly conceptually pretty simple paper, but I think like sometimes I get this like idea that I have to do it like 100%, and you should always try your best. I'm not trying to like say, oh, you shouldn't try your best, but I think that I take that too far a lot, especially with papers. Like tests and that are not that way, but when I have to kind of like, the way I feel about it is like, when you open up that Word document, that's a blank. You have to come up with all that stuff. Whereas like tests, you kind of already have the material. And so today was a lot better of a day. I woke up feeling recovered emotionally. I had a really awesome friend kind of help talk me through it on Facebook. She was messaging me because she also goes through anxiety, and that helped a lot. But my mom, she treated me to Panera, which really helped. In the Panera I go to, and just I think all Paneras have like really relaxing music, so we went to go get some healthy food. We both got salads, and like I filled my body with nutritious food, not just like fast food. And I brought my laptop with me, and I realized that I was going to take my teacher up on the 10% offer, that I was going to take the 10% deduction off, because I just was like, I felt like it's like the tick-tock of like the clock ticking, and I realized, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm going to just accept her offer for taking a 10% deduction, and realize that it's worth that, if that means that I don't feel like the world is collapsing in front of me, around me, because that is literally like, especially yesterday, and I felt it kind of creeping up again today, because the other thing that would happen is the earliest I would go to bed is like 11:30, and I'm the type of person that like I don't normally stay up that late, and so my sleep, it just like my whole everything was just kind of flipped upside down these past few days. And you know, like I said, you should always try your best, but I think for me, I had to realize like at what cost is, I guess, what you will say. So I took the 10% hit, like honestly, but it was for the good. And you know, to be honest with you, some teachers won't even do that. They'll be like, no. So I'm totally grateful that my teacher is still willing to accept it late. But I'm just sharing this because if you are a student, whether you are doing online school or you're doing any type of schooling at any level, at any age, I totally get it. Okay, that's why I'm making this. One of the other things I will say too is I belong to a support group on Facebook for my online school, and they were really helpful. They left encouraging messages because I posted there that I like had a panic attack, and it was really cool to know I wasn't alone. And like I said, I'm doing a lot better today, and I was able to prevent any more panic feeling from coming up. There were moments today where I felt it coming up, but I was able to say no, I'm not gonna go there again. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope you kind of understand where I'm coming from, and yeah. So I hope whatever you're going through, just know that I'm thinking about you, and yeah. So let me know in the comments how you are. I'll talk to you later.